Today, we are looking at the simple multi-attribute rating technique SMART. SMART is one of many multi-criteria decision-making techniques, MCDM for short. But what makes it stand out is the simple logic. The technique is used in value management as a tool to analyze building design and its functions. Actually, it can be used with any other object, component, or element that you wish to systematically analyze. To apply simple multi-attribute rating technique SMART to an everyday situation, imagine you are buying a car. You have several criteria to consider, and some of the criteria is more important than others. For example, when buying a car, you will consider annual mileage, the type of fuel, the available budget, durability and maintenance, type of transmission, that is manual, automatic, semi-automatic, or even autonomous. General functionality like sedan, hatchback, station wagon, SUV, or other. The kind of interior, natural leather, artificial leather, fabric, etc. Dashboard, the type of entertainment system, the size of screen, touch screen, or other. As you can see, there are numerous such factors to consider. You will then have to decide which of these are more important than others. To do so, some will be prioritized over others. Then the question is, how would you unify all these factors and arrive one decision of which car to buy? This is a situation where we can utilize SMART. When analyzing a building design, one would first want to know the primary objective or the aim of the design. After that, further objectives are evaluated. In doing so, some objectives may be classified as functions or functional spaces in a building. These are then hierarchically classified in a tree-like manner so that prioritization of the objectives or functions can be carried out. There are other similar methods that can be used in analyzing a design. For example, function analysis system technique called FAST, or value hierarchy, or ladder of abstraction. SMART, the systematic approach to analyzing problems, can be described as a 7-stage process. Let's take a real building as an example, the Peter Shergold building in number 1 Parramatta Square. This is a modern educational building of Western Sydney University, which we call a vertical campus. The first stage is to identify stakeholders, that is to identify the main stakeholders of the design, product or component you are evaluating. In the case of 1PSQ, we can identify main stakeholders. In value management, the objective of the design is identified through stakeholder interviews. In analyzing these interviews, we can identify the objectives. They are as follows. These objectives can be further analyzed using how-why logic. The how-why logic refers to simply asking the question, how would you achieve the objective? Then verify by asking the question, why? See the application of how-why logic to this example. How would you create a world-class educational facility? By creating a vertically spanning educational building. Conversely, why would you create a vertical spanning building? To create a world-class educational facility. In the same way, the primary objective of creating a world-class educational facility can be broken to a series of first-level objectives as vertically spanning, flexible spaces, student-centered, comfort to students and staff, corporate image. That is how we use how-why logic to create foolproof, consistent set of objectives. In a SMART analysis, this would be level 1. I would explain this further when we build up the SMART diagram. At the stage 4, we convert 1PSQ objectives to a series of functions or functional spaces. We can still use the same how-why logic. Take the first objective, vertically spanning building. How would you create a vertically spanning building? By having a smaller city center footprint. Conversely, why would you make a smaller city center footprint? To create a vertically spanning building. In the same way, we can create further functions that achieve the objective of vertically spanning building. These are smaller city center footprint, modern vertical campus, corporate areas, commercial floors. As shown here, we have now created all the functions that would achieve the objectives that we created. The process in summary and the scoring system is given here. The objectives and functions identified needs to be hierarchically classified. Now we can see we have 3 layers of objectives and functions that are classified. This is shown here. This is where we create the SMART diagram. At level 0, we have 21st century campus as the primary objective of this building. This is the highest level of abstraction. Then we decompose this objective at level 0 to a set of objectives at level 1. These are the objectives that we identified before. Remember, these came from the analysis of the stakeholder interviews we did. Previously, we further decomposed these objectives into a series of functions that would achieve each of these objectives. Now we have a perfect hierarchy of objectives derived using how-why logic. One can further decompose these functions to create even level 3. However, we do not intend to do such in this example. As such, we scope the project to be between levels 0 and 1. The next stage is to prioritize these objectives and functions. This is done by attracting an importance value for each objective. Values are attached to each objective at level 1 as a value between 1 and 10. At level 2, each of the function is coded in a similar manner in such a way that each twig that is a function achieving one level 1 objective is coded where the total of all is equal to 10. That is where the total of functions achieving the same objective equates to 10. The next step is to calculate the final rank of each function. Now multiply level 1 score by level 2 score of one function to get the final rank for that function. For example, level 1 objective flexible spaces has a score of 3. In order to calculate the rank score of the function flip mode classrooms, you need to multiply its score of 4 by 3. Rank score of flip mode classrooms equals 3 times 4 equals 12. Now you can identify which function of 1PSQ building is more important and what is less important. This shows the greatest importance is for flip mode classrooms. SMART allows you to identify where there should be the greatest effort in solving the problem analysis. Greater focus and attention should be provided in resolving higher rank functions, meaning you spend more time and money and lesser effort to other lower ranked functions. In summary, the simple multi-attribute rating technique SMART is very useful in systematically analyzing any problem and in value management, the component, element or the building that is to be designed. The key benefits of SMART are that SMART allows the design team to understand the design and the client requirements better. It forces us to provide solutions that is client-focused. In short, it provides exactly what the client needs, no less or more than that. Critics would say that SMART is more subjective and opinion-driven because it attaches scores at each level based on what the analysts think. But this can be mitigated in value management workshop by collectively deriving values from the workshop participants. This would remove subjectivity to a great extent. SMART can be used to analyze a design of a component, element, or a whole building. It can also be used to systematically analyze any other multi-criteria driven complex problem.